Good morning out there in the DFS community. It's Vaughn, the Stat Man, coming into your YouTube airwaves, and welcome to the Stat Room. Woo! We are having a good night in DFS, ladies and gentlemen. But before I get into all of that, let me get into my positive word. And my word for this fine morning is system. Anything you do in life has a system, guys. If you look at the great basketball coaches like Greg Popovich, he runs a system that is flawless. So he just has to bring the players in to run his system. The Patriots are one of the football teams who always make it to the championship game because they have a phenomenal system. Phenomenal coach that runs a system. I have a system in how I do my baseball lineups, my basketball lineups, and my NBA lineups. Good, bad, or ugly, I stick to my system. When you start trying to change things up because it didn't work for a day or two, in life, you're going to have ups and downs. How many people in the stock market wins every day? Sometimes in the stock market, like in 2007, it was bad for a year. And then summer 2008, but then it went back up. But they stuck to their system and they got out of it. So in life, if you stay consistent to your system, you should win more than you lose. All right, so I'm going to leave it there with system, guys. All right, so before I get into the good and the bad in DFS, let me introduce myself, guys. I am Vaughn the Stat Man. You can follow me on Twitter at Vaughn the Stat Man. And guys, check out my website, vaughnthestatman.com. And guys, for the NBA playoffs, which starts later on today, I am doing a $50 playoff deal, which means you'll get the whole NBA playoffs for $50. So you'll get 2 lineups a day for the whole playoffs for $50. And if you want to also get my top 20 list with it, add another $25. So for $75, you can get my top 20 players list for the duration of the playoffs and get 2 lineups a day. So you can get the lineups, and then you can look at the top 20 list to take a player out and put your own player in. I make it easy. So that's that, guys. And also, if anybody buys any season MLB deals, you get the top 20 list for MLB and the 2 lineups for free. So if you get any MLB season or VIP season, you get NBA playoffs free and top 20. All right, so I'm going to leave it there real quick. All right, guys, I'm going to explain to you why you do not play unlimited entry GPPs in baseball. All right, earlier in the unlimited entry GPPs, you needed a 117 to cash. I put up a 104 today. Double ups, you needed a 90. I cashed in all my double ups. Head-to-heads, the guy that was closest to me had an 89, a 76, and another 90. So if you play head-to-heads and double ups earlier, you cashed across everything. So you're talking about a 27-point difference. And it was a low-scoring earlier slate. But I cashed in my double ups. I posted it on Twitter, so if you don't believe me, you can go see for yourself. And I had 3 guys give me a 0. 3 guys who were typically good hitters. But that's baseball. In baseball, the way you can tell if you're having a good lineup or a bad lineup, the zeros just say that you had a pretty bad lineup. If you have a guy that has a 6 and all 6s and 3s, that doesn't mean your lineup wasn't good. It just means that you didn't get the guys who hit home runs. So let me go over the main slate so far, and I'm gonna go through a couple things to let you guys know something. All right. So in the main slate, I mean, it's still going on, so we don't know how it's gonna finish. Frazier had 2 home runs. He put up 40.4. Hicks had 43.9, 2 home runs. Nunez had 28.7. I mean, they could have more. This is what I saw before. He has 1 home run. McCain, I had him on my DraftKings. He has 1 home run, 18.7. Gonzalez from Colorado also hit a home run. So when you're playing unlimited entry GPPs, somebody's lineup is going to have 4 of those guys. So if you don't have at least 3 of these guys, you have 0 chance to cash in an unlimited entry GPP because it's 100,000 people in those contests, sometimes more. But in a double up, you get anything over a 120 because in a double up, the average person going to have 1 of these guys. Probably none. How many people tonight actually put Frazier, Hicks, McCain, Gonzalez, or Nunez in their line? You wouldn't even have considered these guys. So the people who win this, they just go through every scenario. They put if I had 75 lineups, I'm going to have 1 of these guys as well. But I had McCain. And Frazier was on my list because if anybody that got my top 20 list today, I told you to stack the New York Mets. And they are doing well. Detroit is doing well, and the Knicks is doing well. So those games are doing well. All right, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to go right into the 4 horsemen because that's why you guys came here. I'm giving you Pitcher Harvey. He's 7,600. He's a righty. He has an ERA of a 3.60. If anyone is wondering what ERA means, it's earned runs allowed. That means how many scoring runs does the pitcher allow. So he gives up 3.6 runs a game. So it means he might give up 2 home runs, a double, and then a guy runs and scores. So he's giving up about 3 runs a game. All right, he's going up against Milwaukee. I think he's going to get about 22 points. Next, I'm giving you first baseman Bellinger. He's a lefty. He has a batting average of a 268. The Los Angeles Dodgers is a very slow starting team. If you look last year, they started slow. Year before last, they start slow. They just start slow, but they get hot as the months go on. Plus, the weather hasn't been perfect. Baseball, when the weather is bad, hitting is going to be down. That's why hitting is down in baseball right now. He's going up against Milwaukee. He's 3,400. I think he goes for about 15 points. Next, I'm giving you shortstop Galvis. He's a switch hitter. He's batting a 304 versus Holland. And he's 3,300. I think Galvis is going to have a big game. I think he's going to have like one of those 3-hit games, maybe get a double. He's also good at stealing bases. He'll probably get you about 18 points. Next, I'm giving you outfielder Conforto. He's a lefty. He has a batting average of a 3.35, and he's versus Anderson. And Conforto is 4,000. The Mets is one of the hottest teams in baseball. Them, the Boston Red Sox, those teams are really hot. And the Los Angeles Angels are the other team that is very hot. Conforto, I think he goes yard. I think he's going to torch Anderson. And he's in the leadoff position, so he might get 4 to 5 at-bats. So run him up as well. All right, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. So don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And, guys, don't forget to think and ink. That means write it down so that way it can come true. Love you guys, and stick to your system no matter what. Love you guys.